Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. How about them Cowboys? Going to 3-1 yesterday over the Carolina Panthers. Dominating 36-28 victory was final score obviously was not indicative of the outcome of the game, especially when we were able to blow it open in the third quarter. I'm not going to go too much game recap. I'll pull some data points from the Carolina game yesterday, but this is more big picture to tell you where the Cowboys are at, especially now we're pretty much right at the first quarter mark of the season. Want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, BUSR, the official sports book, the official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. Hit up busr.com/fanatic. We have a current promo going on there. You can see it right there on the screen, Sports 100 FP. You got to sign up on busr.com/fanatic. 5-time rollover promo, matching 100% deposits, 5-time rollover, and there for you guys to take advantage after we had our season opening promo. And just throwing this out here again, we are working on a contest for everybody that is on the busr.com/fanatic family. There's a contest in the works for existing BUSR account holders. So stay tuned for more info. I'm going to cut straight to the point. Cowboys are a top 5 team in the NFL right now. Okay? That is right now, October 4th. For us now going into week 5, through the first 4 weeks of the season, through the first month of the season, the Cowboys have been a top 5 team. I'm not here to hear otherwise, because when you look at the competition the Cowboys have played, when you look at the numbers that the Cowboys are putting up, when you look at what the rest of the league is doing, and lastly, when you look at what team has the fewest weaknesses, what team is more dynamic, Cowboys are checking every single box. Look, we obviously know we opened up with a season opening loss at Tampa Bay in the NFL opener. And essentially, you're talking about a debatable OPI call and some missed field goals on our part from being 4-0, essentially. And the last 2 weeks, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, the domination there, 40 burger there, the domination over an undefeated Carolina Panthers team. The last 2 weeks, starting to get into what we call midseason form. The Dallas Cowboys are a top 5 team right now. Now, do I expect the Chiefs to start to ramp? Yes. Do I expect, some other teams to bounce back? And even in the the AFC North, where you look at Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Baltimore all being 3-1, there's going to be some separation there at some point amongst those teams as we get from the quarter mark to the halfway point, so forth. But right now, through this first quarter, look, Trevon Diggs, he obviously won NFC Defensive Player of the Month, follows that up his first game in October, and has 2 interceptions and a remarkable performance, and really didn't even play the fourth quarter. Now starting to find out today, it sounded like there's some back cramps or back muscle issue, where it's like, hey, we'll hold him out unless we absolutely have to put him back in the game, which is what I figured. But, the broadcast was indicating otherwise. But the point is, the way Trevon Diggs is playing right now, this is definitely the best playmaking corner we've had since Deion Sanders. We've had some good cornerback play. Obviously, Byron Jones, Terrence Newman were really solid, good lockdown corners. They weren't playmakers like this, though. This kid, Trevon Diggs, and he's getting picks in man coverage. It's not even like we're playing exotic zone defenses and quarter, and he's, it's a bunch of tip ball drill picks and all sorts of stuff. He's going out there and attacking the ball. That second pick he grabbed yesterday was one of the, where he goes over the top and is able to just create an athletic interception. The ball skills that he has from being a former receiver and converting over to corner his time at Alabama, those ball skills are still there. And that dynamic ability to make plays on the football is why we drafted him. And that may go down as an all-timer where we have him as a first rounder. We take CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb's top player on our board, and we're still able to come back and get Trevon Diggs in the second round. And speaking of the draft, Micah Parsons, Osa, Chauncey Golston gets in the action yesterday. We had a play where we had our three of our defensive draft picks all converge on a sack on Sam Darnold yesterday. The intensity and physicality that those guys have brought to the front seven on our defense cannot be overstated. Because now we're looking at a situation where other guys who have been struggling before now look like completely different football players because we have some badasses up front causing disruption. And that's without, keep in mind, this is why I'm saying Cowboys right now are a top 5 team. Keep in mind, look at the payroll that's not playing right now. Tank Lawrence, La'el Collins on offense. Keanu Neal didn't play yesterday. You can go down the line, and guys that have missed time. Michael Gallup's out, right? So on both sides of the ball, the amount of people that are missing, people that we've had, that's really been the main storyline of the season for the Cowboys is who's available and who's not, really more so during the week. During the games, we've really been drama-free. I have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff as well for this. Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, the entire brain trust, and you include Dak Prescott in there as well because, we forget he and Kellen are tied, they have the symbiotic relationship of the minds. So you look at that entire brain trust there. Every single game so far this season, it's only been 4 games. They have been absolutely prepared to play. Now, have we had issues in terms of, we get, outflanked or out leveraged, or we have some communication here, we have some gaps, or we miss some field goals? Yeah, but every team has flaws. But in terms of just overall, were we prepared to play the opponent? Did I feel like we had a good game plan to attack this opponent, to attack their weaknesses, to exploit things? Every single week, I've felt confident in saying that the Cowboys have done just that. This team right now, so we talk about numbers. I'll share some. This team right now, they're in the top 3 in rushing in rushing offense. Third downs, where money is made. They're in the top 5. They're only one of 5 teams that's over 50% on the season in third down. They're tied with the Buffalo Bills right now for most takeaways in the league. And the Bills are another team who I currently have in my top 5 who are also blowing people away, right? So the Cowboys are right there, tied for first place in the NFL in terms of takeaways. We look at strength of schedule, and this has been my big problem with the ESPN power rankings. You guys want to put the Cowboys 13th and 14th, and you're putting them behind teams. The Chargers have 1 loss. We know the Chargers are playing tonight. Cowboys went to LA and beat the Chargers. And we got dismissed on television by all the talking pundits as, at the time we beat the Chargers, well, the Chargers weren't a playoff team. But then the moment the Chargers go and beat Kansas City the very following week, now, Justin Herbert, it might be better than Patrick Mahomes, and the Chargers could go and very well win the AFC West. That's why the game tonight with the Raiders, it's just the Raiders and the Cardinals, who are the lone undefeated teams in the NFL right now. Now all of a sudden everybody loves the Chargers, and they're in the top 10 in the power rankings. But we beat them. And so you look at this week right now, everybody's talking about Carolina had number 1 ranked defense in the league. I had said, hey, Carolina, yes, valid, one of the best pass rushes. Brian Burns leads the league in sacks. We know what's good. They played some bad teams, and competition matters. We were really the first real good team that they played because the Saints are Jekyll and Hyde right now, and we whooped their ass. So when you start to factor in, and they're a well-coached team. I really, really, really like Matt Rule, Joe Brady, that whole, everything they're doing over there. And we whooped their ass. So when you start looking at those things and taking those numbers to the final point I made earlier of who has the fewest weaknesses, right? Or who has the most strengths, however you want to slice it. Cowboys have a top, however you want to say it, they have a top flight quarterback. They have a great to elite quarterback in Dak Prescott, who is really entering his prime and in full command and control of the offense. and at a point now where his brain, and Romo hit this point, I want to say, 2012, 2013, where his brain caught up with his physical gifts and he was able to merge them together. So you have an elite quarterback. You have two phenomenal running backs. You have the highest graded offensive line in the NFL right now. You have three guys right now between Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Connor McGovern, who are, however you want to do the pro football focus grades, they're in the top three or top five of offensive linemen. We know what the receiving core is, and the receiving core is not even healthy. When you look at Amari Cooper's battling hamstring, Michael Gallup's not even playing, no problem. Ced Wilson, we got you. You're stepping up. Noah Brown's in there doing his thing. The tight ends are coming along. Look at the way Dalton Schultz is playing. And I know Dalton Schultz took everybody for a ride last week, but he's been hella productive the last few weeks. This defense, we already talked about all the rookies and impact. We talked about Trevon Diggs, who is the defensive MVP in the NFL as of right now. Jaron Kearse, some of these unsung hero guys, Keanu Neal when he was in there, some of these unsung veterans, Carlos Basham, that are in there making a difference in this defense, and this defense that Dan Quinn has built around the players. Instead of making the players fit his scheme, he made a scheme to fit his players and his personnel. And you're seeing people like Jalen Smith all of a sudden who don't look horrible. And Leighton Vander Esch looks like he can play because they're asking them to do things that are within their wheelhouse, within their strengths, and eliminating weaknesses. Please tell me from the Cowboys standpoint, because I know people are going to point to, well, I have questions about the coaching staff. But I feel like, yeah, whatever questions you have about Mike McCarthy, it's really going to be around clock game management. In terms of having the team ready to play, he gets an A from me for that. The coordinators, love both my coordinators. So even the people that are asking questions saying, "Oh, I'm still not high on the Cowboys because the coaches might screw it up." Well, show me exactly where the weakness is to where they'll be tripped up, especially in relationship to what you are seeing across the rest of the NFL, the way people are playing. That's why the situation is also fluid. Because like I said, I expect by the time we play the Chiefs will be better and hopefully have rectified some of their defensive issues than what I'm seeing from the Chiefs right now. That's why it's all about who's hitting in January anyway. But I'm just saying right now, Cowboys are a top 5 team. Can't debate me on this. I'd love for you to try. As of right now, first 4 weeks of the season, Cowboys are top 5 team. Shout out to BUSR. Those of you who've been making money over there, hammering the Cowboys and them covering. It's been fun the last few weeks. Appreciate everybody. Hit up busr.com/fanaticsports 100FP promo right now, 5-time rollover. Take advantage, matching 100% deposits. And we have a contest coming, waiting for approval. Really, really, really appreciate you guys, the love you guys have shown. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all the social media platforms, IG, Twitter. I know a lot of you guys are always asking how to find us, how to get in contact with us. Well, there you go. Guys, I appreciate it. We'll be back with some more collabs. It's going to be a fun week. Take care.